Welcome to part 9 of the Edwardartsupplyhands Series. This is part 9 titled, If I Am, Then I Will Be. A link to the full post will be in the description below, also Edward's channel, so please check it out. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe for more. Part 9, If I Am, Then I Will Be. We are going to talk about this passage here. So this night, if I would be healthy, I must assume that I am. If I would be wealthy, I must assume that I am. Don't ask anyone in this world for permission. If I would be anything, I must assume that I am. For that is asking in the only name that really responds. When things seemed so black, I couldn't turn for light. I don't know where to turn. Had no money, had none of this, had none of that. And I dared to assume that I was the man I wanted to be, and I was where I wanted to be, which would have taken quite a fortune. And strangely enough, it came out of nowhere. I didn't have to put my hand in the pocket of another to get it. I did nothing of which I was ashamed of to get it. It just happened. So tonight, you take this wonderful name and try it. It won't fail you. I promise you. It will not fail you. Just I am. Forget what you've done in this world. Forget what people think you are. Forget all these little tags to go put on you. Do take off everything and simply dwell on I am. Then, in that I-Amness, clothe it with your wish fulfilled. Just try it. I'm telling you what I've experienced. This is not any theory. This is not speculation. This is pure experience. It comes that way in an ultimate bliss. A quote by Neville Goddard. Let's first understand that the self, the true you inside, the only you, wants the feeling. That is what it is after. Repeating a scene over and over with worry will result with frustration. But to know that the self inside wants the feeling, then we can be confident to achieve that. You change self with feeling. So that is why Neville says nothing to change but self. Then he also says feeling is the secret. Well, if there's nothing to change but self, how is feeling the secret? Well, in order to change self, it changes through feeling. This is so important because so many times I have and others have repeated countless affirmations to see little, if any, results. We repeat it 1,000 times, hope it sticks in the subconscious. Then we hear about feeling, so we force feeling into it, and it changes us for a bit, but then it becomes exhausting. It becomes exhausting because we feel that we have to feel this specific feeling or else. If you have been reading this series, you already know the answer. There is no have to, but want to. Feel what you want to feel. You discover what you want to feel by asking self inside, what do I want to feel? That I am great and my past cannot hold me back? Feel that. It doesn't matter what it is, just something you have always wanted to feel. This is what changes us. And it's as Neville says, feel like ultimate bliss. And it does. It feels like your body has opened up and your mind is at ease. Like you just quenched the thirst for the one within you. That you finally fed it and saved it from its starvation. You almost feel like you are high all the time. Life becomes beautiful and relaxing. But it only comes to those who are not afraid to feel what they want. To the ones who aren't scared to feel that one feeling that they fear. If you can just for a moment set aside that fear and feel what you want, you will feel that ultimate bliss Neville is speaking about. So when Neville says, assume that is only a feeling. All of this is feelings. Forcing affirmations, forcing feelings is not what you want. Maybe you are forcing the feeling of being wanted, and that is actually what you want. but because you are forcing it, it is causing you all sorts of problems. If you just change the intention to feeling it because you want to feel it, because you want to fulfill all your desires within yourself with a feeling, that would make you far happier. Why does Neville say it won't fail you? He says this because it can't. How can I say this when I myself have failed? Because I didn't change self. Self cannot fail at expressing, and self is all that you feel to be and have in your mind. If you were to remove the feeling of being unwanted and assumed or felt you were entirely wanted, and all the experiences of that unwanted self would cease. If you stop feeling guilty, all punishments would cease. You don't need permission or someone to tell you that it is okay to feel what you want. Asking, how do I release this guilt, this fear, is to not understand you are creating it. In your mind, allow yourself to not feel fear. Bring up a beautiful, wonderful feeling and then intensify it. If fear stops you, then understand you are the only one stopping you. Then allow yourself the freedom of feeling what you want with no worry. You are allowed to feel bliss to its extreme if you want. If we are honest with ourselves, most of us imagine what we want, but we do not feel what we want. The self is starving for that feeling, for that freedom and change. If you want to be wanted, loved, do not dip your feet in those waters. Dive in and feel, not that you are just wanted, but the most wanted. That you are so loved, it literally makes no sense. That you are deserving of more love than you are giving yourself. And that you deserve to be massaged and people enjoy pleasing you. And they love your presence. And you are so great and loving, you always find yourself surrounded by brilliant people, etc. Just watch what happens. Then, when you are receiving at neck, head, and face massage out of nowhere, and the person looks at you with pleasure and that they are doing it to you, you can thank me. This has happened to me out of nowhere for me, and I literally get massages until I imagine them. So self or yourself cannot fail. You always express what you feel to be and feel to have. There is no other creator in your mind. None. You are doing it all in your mind. You fear yourself or love yourself. You give or you take. There is no other God in mind but you. Start here. Start within. Learn to not be afraid of feeling what you want. You cannot go wrong with freeing yourself, with seeing yourself as the highest, the greatest, most lovely and excellent, with hearing wonderful things. Have so much confidence in this. Self cannot fail. If I am safe in my mind, I will be safe in the world. If I am loved in my mind, I will be loved in the world. If I am wealthy in my mind, I will be wealthy in the world. If I am praised in my mind, I will be praised in the world. If I am treated like a king in my mind, I will be treated that way in the world. If I'm guiltless in my mind, I will be guiltless in the world. We are what we feel to be and have in imagination, and this dream world shapes us. Thank you for listening.